So we are at Everything Pop Food Court here at the Pop Century Resort. This is a value resort. It is one of 5 value resorts here on Disney property. It's actually a very cool resort. It has some different type of like musical theming from the pop, like I don't know, it's pop culture. So this is a quick service location or a fast food like location, whatever you really want to call it. Basically, if you're on the dining plan, this is going to be a quick service credit. And they have a lot to choose from up there on the menu. Anything from fried chicken, salmon, burgers, fish sandwiches, pasta, pizza. Pretty much something for every single person to choose from, which I think is great. It's a great thing to have. We're not on the dining plan. We paid cash for this. And the food looks pretty good. Before we even get started, though, I got to say something. I got to do a little reminiscing here. When we were on the dining plan, we always came on the dining plan. When we went to these quick service locations, and you get a dessert, I always had to get a chocolate dessert. So I got one today. It's really expensive. This is a tiny, tiny little cake. This was like $5 for this tiny little cake. Absolutely ridiculous, but I have a nostalgia factor. I had to get it. It's something that I always had. It makes me feel good. So I have got the Southwestern style burger. It is a burger that comes with pepper jack cheese, jalapenos, sour cream, lettuce, and little tortilla chips. Did I say jalapenos? And tomato as well. And then you also have the option to get 2 sides, and I chose to get waffle fries. I chose to get a pasta salad. The pasta salad looks more like a tomato base. I think I'm usually used to more of like a Italian dressing maybe. It has a little bit of a red tint to it, so that's what it looks. I think the pasta might not be totally cooked. Let's dive into the real meat and potatoes here, which is the burger. Overall, I think it's a pretty decent burger. One complaint I would have is the bun. So basically with the buns up there, they toast them and then they like set them in a tray under the heat lamp to kind of keep them warm and toast like. So you kind of get this effect where some of the edges get a little bit hard, almost stale-like, but it's not stale. It's good. Great flavor. There's a good mix between the pepper jack cheese, which isn't super hot, but then you get the jalapenos, the sour cream, and tomatoes, tortilla chips. It blends really well. Gives you like Tex-Mex flavor. It's good. I like it a lot. Waffle fries. I think they're pretty standard waffle fries. They're good. Lightly salted. I think they add a little bit of pepper on there to give them a little bit more of a seasoning flavor. Overall, a pretty good meal, I think, in my opinion.
I got the fried half chicken, and it smells and looks amazing. And when they say a fried half chicken, they literally mean a half of a chicken. This is so much food here. If I eat all of this, I will be surprised. But just like Josh's meal, you get 2 sides to come with it. So I got mashed potatoes with the poultry gravy. There was also a beef gravy that you could get with this. And then I got green beans as a side. There were a couple other things you could choose from, but these sounded the most appealing to me. I've been dying to try this chicken. This is very good fried chicken. The breading is seasoned very well. I did just try a bite of dark meat, but it was very juicy. The skin is nice and crispy. Let me try my green beans and my mashed potatoes. So one thing whenever I eat vegetables, I don't like them if they're not seasoned well. I can't just eat a plain vegetable. These green beans are seasoned very well. It's like salt, pepper, maybe some garlic in there. Very good side of green beans. And then my mashed potatoes with gravy. I'm really glad I decided to go with this because everything on this plate is seasoned so well. These mashed potatoes have great flavoring. They're actually a red skin mashed potato. And then it's got like the poultry gravy or chicken gravy, whatever it is. The gravy's seasoned really well. I can definitely taste some pepper in there, but it's not overpowering with pepper at all. It's just the seasoning in there. This is a very good counter service meal. However, I would say that you could probably share this between 2 people. It's a lot of chicken and 2 pretty decent sized sides. So you know how you go somewhere and you see a picture of a meal on a menu and you're like, oh, that looks really good. But then whenever it comes out, it doesn't always look or taste as good as it did on the menu. Well, here at Everything Pop Food Court, they did justice. And the picture of the fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and green beans looked and tasted just as good as it did up on that menu.
Alright, so I've just finished eating basically my entree. Overall, it was all pretty good. I think the pasta, like I said earlier, was a little bit underdone, in my opinion. But the flavoring was good. It does have an Italian base, I think, an Italian dressing base. It's just a darker color of Italian dressing. But yeah, overall good. Now it's time for the dessert. And I know you probably are all like, Josh, you're an idiot for paying $5 for that cake. But I mean, just look at that. It's like chocolatey, fudgy. It's got Mickey sprinkles on it. It's exactly how I remember it. A little slice of chocolatey heaven. I will say overall, this is a very rich chocolate cake.
I'm now trying the white meat of my chicken. It's really good. It's like glistening. It's still so juicy. Sometimes white meat can be a little drier than the dark meat, but it is really good. Josh saved me a bite. Actually, there's a couple bites worth in here. Chocolate is like my downfall in life. If you've ever watched Matilda, and some of you may know what I'm about to say right now, this reminds me of the kid that eats that whole chocolate cake.
Alright, so Taylor and I both got an entree, and we also got a chocolate dessert. One thing that we didn't get were drinks. We just got cups of water, which saved us, I don't know, like $3.29 a piece. So that's like $7 savings. So for my sandwich, it was $12.29. For her fried chicken, it was $12.29, and for the chocolate cake, it was $4.29. So it was under $5. But total with tax was $30.75, which I know it sounds expensive, but that's like the typical price that you're going to pay. And that's still a $7 savings, because usually most people get a drink. They usually buy a bottle of water, a bottle of pop, or they get... So one way that we do it, we try to save a little bit of money, is get cups of water. I think, obviously the burger is not something that you would probably want to share, but you could definitely cut that in half. Each person could have that, and you could share the sides. I mean, the fried chicken that Taylor got is a huge portion. 2 people easily could have shared that. So I think overall, good restaurant. I would definitely come back here and eat, especially if I'm staying here. All right, so one thing that we did not get, well, we did get, but we didn't order it,
right,
is dessert. You can get dessert here. They have ice cream and sundaes and Mickey waffles, things like that. Always a good option if that's what you're looking for. I don't know if it's included with the dining plan. That's something that you would need to ask about. But they also actually have 2 beers on tap.
They do?
One is like more of like a local kind of microbrewery maybe, and then the other one's just like a standard Sam Adams.
Oh, sorry, I was looking.
But yeah, so I think overall it's a pretty good restaurant here at Pop Century. So if you've stayed here and you've eaten here, let us know. What do you think, or how has your food been?